Welcome back, everybody. This is the D's Toy Box, back with another toy review. Well, this will be a multi-toy review now. I've got a good amount of Marvel Legends here to unbox, and won't be my usual type of review where I go over into the history of the figures, but more so what these figures mean to me. I have been a bit selective with my Marvel Legends as of bit lately, and these four were definitely high on my radar, and I'll go over as to why and explain the deeper meaning behind a few of them and explain more, show what they came with. Here are the boxes of the 80th anniversary, I believe it's 80th anniversary, 85-year anniversary. It's Wolverine, the 85 years Iron Fist and Luke Cage 2-pack, the Heroes for Hire 2-pack, and the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. I know this one is a bit of an older figure, but he's been on my radar for a while, and I have been trying to find him for a good price, and finally found him for a good price from a homie of mine on Facebook, and I couldn't pass it up. All right. So here are the figures all posed up. I have had my hands on them for a while and been able to pose them around and feel them out and everything. And all I can say is the Marvel Legends team lately is just knocking it out of the park. They new updated bodies, and all of the hard work and effort they're putting into the characters and articulation and sculpting and just attention to detail is just I appreciate it as a collector, and as someone who's being more selective with my toys. It's definitely something to appreciate. Not so much on my wallet, but that's neither here nor there. First, I'll get started with my, I'll save Spider-Man for last. Let's do Iron Fist first. What Iron Fist means for me, or means to me, actually. I don't know if any of the watchers on the phone, on the computer, wherever you're watching this, however you're watching this, I don't know if you guys are old enough or have played the PSP, but the Spider-Man Friends or Foe game was my first introduction to Iron Fist. And after going through that game and going through it all the way and actually being my favorite game I had on PSP, I dove a little bit deeper into reading a little bit about him. This is as a kid, so I don't know where those comics went, but I did have the origin story for him at one point, and it's just it's a very well-written story, very well-written character. I love the fact that there's not just one Iron Fist, but it's more so a mantle that's passed down, and anybody in that specific clan can become an Iron Fist. And this one being Danny Rand. Funny that his name is Danny. My name is Danny. This is why it's D's Toy Box. But I loved him so much as a kid, and what he comes with, being the extra head, some grabbing hands, some palm strikes or like salute hands. I know he's not doing much saluting, but there are more things. And this is another, I would say, just karate pose hand. The attention to detail they put on these figures is absolutely insane. There's some seam lines right there, but that doesn't bother me much. But the veins and everything on the hand is just really good. They did on both hands. And then the other fist, I have him with one of the fists right now, posing up right on over here with one of the other karate posed hands, looking like he's breaking his knuckles, ready for a fight. The same as what I did with the next figure I'm going to be talking about here in just a moment. But yeah, that's where I've gotten my knowledge for Iron Fist, and him being one of the earliest characters I can remember as a kid, being one of my favorites in the Marvel Universe. I would say mostly as a younger kid gravitated towards him because his name was Danny, but you know, my name is Danny, so it was just, you know, as a kid, it was just a natural thing for me to gravitate to him, I guess. So yeah. All right. Let's get you. I got you guys all falling over. Let's get Luke Cage out here. All right, let's just put Danny off to the side and we'll go one by one. Sorry, y'all, for this. Just trying to get them posed up, standing. I'm sure with most other YouTubers this would get cut out, but since I am on my phone and cannot edit anything beyond the extent of what YouTube allows, you guys will be watching all of it. This is Luke Cage, also known back in the day as Power Man, I believe. My extent of knowledge on him would just go as far as the Netflix show. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really super well read on Luke Cage as a kid. Just more so as, I would say, a younger, a teenager. That's how I became accustomed to him, with the show coming out, I believe was 2015, I think. Yeah, he's just a really dope character, and I love the backstory behind him, being experimented on and becoming impenetrable, like bulletproof skin, and just becoming an absolute menace and helping cleaning up the streets. I think him being a street level hero is really dope, and something that's needed in my collection. I love him as a character. Everything he comes with would be another, also a screaming head. Man, look at the detail on that. I know for all my Joe fans out there, this does actually fit on the heavy artillery roadblock, or I would say any of the roadblocks that they've released, or at least should, any of them. But the one I tested out with was the heavy artillery roadblock, and man, this head on that figure, be it a few shade, like I would say a shade off, it works wonders for action poses. And if you're wanting to get Roadblock into like a charge or like a scream while he's shooting and just blowing off the Ma Deuce, it was just this head for not just Luke Cage but other figures is actually going to be a very, very, very well used secondary head. So definitely be on the lookout for this 2-pack. This one and this Heroes for Hire 2-pack is hitting shelves, or it should be hitting shelves right about now. I would say it'd probably be hitting shelves more so like fully around Christmas time. You'll probably see a big restock of this, and for all the Christmas time shopping. But back to what we have here, we have his fists. This one with his knuckle dusters, or his I would say brass knuckles, with one saying Luke and the one that he has on his hand saying Cage, his name, along with the belt buckle, and you know, that just being his character. I love that that's what he uses to beat people up, or to beat bad guys up, in this case thugs. Since he's a street character, or a street level hero, I think he's absolutely just fucking amazing. Excuse my language. He's just completely head to toe, just they did him justice. And then this would be for grabbing something, like if you have Marvel Legends pipe, or if they have the crowbar. I know there's some bats you can use. Like Hammerhead came with a bat for the Spider-Man retro line. You could toss that in there and give him something to beat people up with, but that's what he comes with. I'm kind of upset he didn't come with a bat, or at least something to give his grip hand something to hold, because it's just kind of there if you don't have anything for him to hold. This 2-pack I would definitely give a 9.5 out of 10. Only thing that wouldn't get it straight to 10 out of 10 is that it's missing the also I forgot, Iron Fist's power effects. These are absolutely amazing. I know came with other Marvel Legends in the past, but seeing as that I don't have much of a Marvel Legends collection at the moment, these do just fine for me and work wonders with photos. So yeah, I just wanted to get that in there before I moved on. But yes, I would give this pack a 9.5 out of 10. And the only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 with everything that it comes with is because it's lacking a weapon for Luke Cage. He doesn't need a weapon because he has impenetrable skin and can punch the living daylights out of you. I just think it didn't do him justice giving him a grip hand but not giving him a weapon. So yeah. Now we're going to move on to Wolverine. Oh, my goodness. Man, what can I say about this Wolverine that probably already hasn't been said? Just absolutely, an absolute amazing figure. Go ahead and toss these back here. And toss this one off over here. Just an absolutely amazing figure. Just can't say anything else more. Wolverine. I've just loved Wolverine since I was a kid. Probably since younger than I can imagine. Honestly, since I can imagine. Since I can really remember, is being a Wolverine fanatic. And they just knocked him out of the park with this one. The updated articulation with the upper hinge and the crunch at the lower waist, from the Spider-Man, and also the Iron Fist, I just think is absolutely amazing. And the fact that we didn't get boot swivel on this one is kind of a letdown, just because you'd be able to get him into such deeper crouches and like poses. And I know there are mods to do that, but I'm not going to do that just for the sake of this is my only one at the moment, and I don't want to ruin it and be upset that I don't have it anymore to play with, and to pose and take pictures of. But just an absolute knockout, like an absolute home run. They absolutely killed it. He comes with also a bunch of accessories, which I'm absolutely... It's just the amount of accessories they've been adding to Marvel Legends, be it that they've gotten a bit more expensive than they used to be, say, pre-COVID, about the $20 mark, now being $25 to almost $30 fig. I just think they're upping the game in terms of sculpt and accessories now. So I can kind of justify the price hike with the double fists. He comes with, obviously, it wouldn't be Wolverine without his claws. And then he comes with a pointing finger. Not quite sure as to why he comes with a pointing finger. I mean, it helps for poses and pictures, and storytelling and stuff like that. So I'm not mad at it. I'm sure there's a reason behind it as to why he comes with a pointing finger and everything like that, like telling Scott off because he's got his hands on Jean. Yeah, and then he comes with the splayed out hand, kind of a stop or a jumping, kind of like vaulting over something, or I don't know, just something else to add to Wolverine and add to the amount of fun you can have with it. Then now I'm going to go ahead and move on and go to Spider-Man. Being that Spider-Man, there's just so much I can say, but I want to make this video quick, so I'm going to go ahead and run through this quickly. Being a kid raised in Lower Manhattan, New York, I kind of just gravitated to him as a kid, and being from the area that this character was based in, it just kind of helped the fact that it just grew my love even more. He comes with 2 fists, 2 grips, which is dope because he actually comes with something to grip onto. Thwips, perfect. Every Spider-Man needs to come with the thwipping hands. Come on, focus. It's not gonna focus. Well, you get the gist. The thwips, and then we get a web swing, like with the handle. I think this is actually kind of cool, but the plastic's really soft, so it's always just bending back. It's just going to be a bit harder, so I'm going to have to go ahead and do a custom of my own webs. And then he comes with the wings. I'm not too fond of the wings, being that they get in the way of articulation when playing or posing. So that I'm going to go ahead and have to go ahead and downgrade, just because it's just not my thing. But the Spider-Man, the black and red costume, is absolutely the best one they've come out with, hands down. Just wish that he also, like Iron Fist, had the toe articulation. I know other ones do, and you can toe swap, like foot swap them out, but it would have just been dope if they did it perfectly like that. Just like this, though, I'm going to go ahead and have to give this a 9 out of 10. Yeah, and then Wolverine, I'm going to go ahead and give him also a 9 out of 10. Actually, you know what? Being that he also came with an extra head, and it's actually a very well sculpted head, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 10 out of 10, just because they didn't miss the mark on this one. I couldn't have asked for a better figure in Wolverine, Spider-Man, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. So in that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and go ahead and say this is D's Toy Box. Glad to be back. Hopefully, I'll be back with another video here soon, and we can go ahead and keep this train moving slowly but surely. And with that, you guys have a good one. Bye-bye.